What's up, Bills Mafia? Your Buffalo Bills are on a mission to get better every single day. Whether it's making smart draft moves, locking up core talent, or staying disciplined in free agency, this franchise is doing everything in its power to bring the Lombardi Trophy home to Western New York. And today, we've got some big news about a player who embodies that mindset perfectly. But before we dive into this exclusive update, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button to show love for the team. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that. Subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss a beat. This is where true Bills fans come to stay informed and fired up. Let's get into it. The Buffalo Bills have just agreed to a 4-year contract extension with rising star Khalil Shakir, keeping him in Orchard Park through the 2029 season. That's right, WR1 production is staying right here in Buffalo. The deal is worth a reported $60.2 million with $32 million guaranteed. A massive reward for a player who has done nothing but prove himself every single step of the way. Shakir isn't just a feel-good story. He led the team in targets 100, receptions 76, and receiving yards 821 last season. And now the front office is making it clear he's a foundational piece moving forward. Let's rewind to 2022. Khalil Shakir was a 5th-round pick, a name most fans probably didn't think much about on draft day. Just another mid-round receiver, right? Fast forward to today, and Shakir is one of the most dependable wideouts in the league. His journey? It's classic Buffalo, blue-collar, quiet, hard-working, consistent. He's the kind of guy who doesn't talk much, but when the ball comes his way, you know he's coming down with it. General Manager Brandon Beane said it best during the NFL Scouting Combine this week. You'd be hard-pressed to find anyone, fans, players, anyone in our building to say anything negative about Khalil and what he's brought. The guy's a true lunch pail Buffalonian. I mean, I know he's not from Buffalo, but he doesn't say anything. He just shows up every day. He's Mr. Dependable. Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's talk about why this move is so important for the future of the Bills. In a year of change, with Stefon Diggs traded to Houston, Gabe Davis going to free agency, and a wide receiver room in transition, locking in Shakir provides much-needed stability for Josh Allen. Josh needs guys he can trust, guys who know the system, guys who've been battle-tested. Shakir checks every single box. And with this extension, the front office is showing faith in his trajectory and his chemistry with QB1. Now let's connect the dots. With Shakir extended and Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox returning as one of the most solid tight end duos in the NFL, the offensive skill positions are looking real secure heading into the 2025 NFL Draft. And that brings us to another big point, where the Bills won't be going in round 1 of the draft. Let's start with the obvious one, quarterback. Yeah. No, let's move on. Josh Allen is not just the guy, he is the franchise. Next up, linebacker. The linebacker core is locked in. Terrell Bernard just got his well-deserved extension. Matt Milano is expected back healthy, and Dorian Williams showed tremendous upside. Last season, when called upon, Beane might add depth later in the draft, but spending a 1st-round pick here doesn't make sense. Then there's tight end, with Kincaid entering year 3, ready to break out, and Knox still under contract. We are set. There's no value or opportunity cost to burning a 1st-rounder at this position. Period. And finally, the offensive line. Could we use depth later? Sure, but the starting 5 and even the rotational 6th linemen are all coming back from one of the most dominant O-line units in the league. Anchored by Dion Dawkins and Spencer Brown, this group gave Allen clean pockets and paved the way for Cook's breakout season. We're good up front, with Shakir secured and the offensive line intact. All eyes turn to defense. The Bills have 10 total draft picks. We've already covered the possibility that Beane could trade up, especially for an impact defender. And with top talent available at edge, DT, and cornerback, that's where the firepower will likely be directed. Names to watch: Mike Green, edge, Marshall; Donovan Ezeruaku, edge, Boston College; Kenneth Grant, DT, Michigan; Will Johnson, CB, Michigan. All these guys could go in the 10-20 range. If Beane wants one of them, he might have to move up from 30, but with Shakir extended and no pressing offensive holes, that move becomes even more likely. This is how you build a team the right way. Extend your young talent early, draft well, keep cap flexibility, and don't overspend in areas where you're already strong. Extending Khalil Shakir now before he puts up a 1,000-yard season is a smart, forward-thinking move. It sends a message to the locker room. If you work hard, stay humble, and perform, you'll be rewarded. And for fans, it means we get to keep watching a homegrown star blossom right here in Buffalo. Imagine this for a second. It's 2027. Josh Allen drops back in the AFC Championship game. He's got protection. Kincaid's drawing double coverage. He scans left and fires a laser. Boom! Khalil Shakir in the end zone. Touchdown Buffalo. That's the kind of play you extend for. That's the kind of future we're building. This isn't just about cap numbers and targets. This is about culture. Shakir fits Buffalo's identity. He's tough, he's accountable, and he's clutch. Now, as the NFL draft gets closer and the offseason drama keeps rolling, we need to talk about something that doesn't always get the spotlight, but definitely should. I'm talking about players with expiring contracts, and not just any players. We're talking about 4 guys who are absolutely critical to the Bills' success in 2025. These aren't just names on a roster. They're playmakers, leaders, and in some cases on the edge of either a big payday or potentially the end of their time in Buffalo. First up, Matt Milano, Bills fans. This guy needs no introduction. When he's healthy, he's one of the most complete linebackers in the league. But that's the thing. Staying healthy has been the challenge. Milano has missed significant time due to injuries over the last 2 seasons, including all of the 2023 playoffs. And when he's not on the field, the drop-off in our defense is noticeable. He's the tone setter, the field general, and a fan favorite for a reason. This offseason, he restructured his contract, wiping out one of the remaining years. Now, he's essentially on a 1-year prove-it deal. The stakes? Sky high. If Milano can put together a full season, stay on the field, rack up tackles, maybe even force some turnovers, he could lock in a brand new contract either with the Bills or as a sought-after free agent. But if he struggles again, we might be seeing the end of the Milano era in Buffalo. Let me know in the comments. Can Milano bounce back and dominate in 2025? Next, let's show some love to the big man up front. Connor McGovern has been a total game changer on the O-line. After the Bills parted ways with Mitch Morse, there were a lot of questions about how the center position would hold up. But McGovern stepped in. And honestly, he might have been even better than expected. Arguably better than Morse. He's entering the final year of his deal, and talks of an extension have already begun, though nothing's been finalized yet. And trust me, if McGovern balls out this season, the price tag's only going up. Especially with how valuable solid offensive linemen are in this league. And with Josh Allen being the heart and soul of this franchise, keeping him upright and protected. Yeah, that's kind of important. So if McGovern continues to dominate in the trenches, not only does he secure the bag, but he also ensures this offense keeps rolling. Bills Mafia, should we lock McGovern down long term? Drop your thoughts below. Alright, you knew this name was coming. James Cook. Talk about a breakout season in 2024. This man turned into a touchdown machine, tied for the league lead with 16 rushing TDs. But here's the kicker. Cook wants a new deal, and he wants it now. Reports say he's looking for something in the $15 million per year range, but the Bills aren't ready to pay that yet. So what happens next? Well, unless something changes, Cook will enter 2025 playing out the final year of his rookie contract. That's a big gamble for both sides. If Cook stays healthy and puts up another monster season, he'll be in line for a massive payday, either in Buffalo or somewhere else. But if injuries hit or if production dips, that payday might vanish. The risk is real, but so is the reward. Because with this offensive line, Cook could be poised for another breakout. And if that happens, the league better watch out. Bills, Mafia, do you pay James Cook now or wait it out? Let me know in the comments. This one's got the fan base split. And finally, Joey Bosa, the former Chargers star, signed a 1-year deal with Buffalo this offseason. And it's fair to say there's some mixed feelings around this one. Listen, The talent is there. Bosa was a monster early in his career, but injuries have slowed him down. And at 29, you have to wonder, is the magic still there? The Bills are betting that it is. And if Bosa can stay healthy and provide consistent pressure off the edge, he could be a difference maker on a defense that's looking to get younger, faster, and more explosive. This is a true prove-it year. If Bosa returns to form, not only does he help us chase a ring, but he puts himself in position for one last big contract. But if injuries strike again, this could be his last shot. It's high risk, high reward. And the Bills are rolling the dice. What do you think, Mafia? Will Bosa be a difference maker or a disappointment? Sound off down below. All right, Mafia, now it's your turn. What do you think about Khalil Shakir's extension? Did the Bills make the right move locking him in now? And what do you want to see Beane do in the first round of the draft? Should we trade up for a defensive playmaker or stay put at 30? Drop your takes in the comments. I read every single one of them. And if you made it this far into the video, hit that like button to show your support. And don't forget, subscribe so you're always up to date with everything going on. In Bills Nation, we'll be covering every draft rumor, roster move, and training camp battle all the way to week 1 and beyond. Until next time, go Bills!